Hi, welcome back. So in this video, we will see another advanced topic, that is parameters. So what are the parameters? So parameters are the user generated values that are not attached to a data set. So that means they are created by the users and they are not part of the original data set. What is the purpose of parameter? It, it is used to add the interactivity and flexibility to the charts and dashboards. That means it gives the complete control to the end users to interact with the charts, and also it gives the uh, flexibility so that user can change the values, input values, and can see the visualizations accordingly. Now let's see the use cases of parameters. So there are different applications of parameters. So some of them have been listed here. So changing between top and bottom end values of a dimension. Let's say somebody wants to see the top 5 sales, or so during a conversation with client or say top management, somebody also wants to see the top 3 sales or top 10 sales. So this is a dynamic requirement. So in order to cater to that, these parameters are very useful. And also we can switch between the measures, like we have measures like sales, profit, or discount, or quantity. These are some of the measures in a business parlance. So if somebody wants to see category versus these measures, so they can switch between these measures and find out the insights from the visualization. Similarly, we can switch between the dimensions, and also we can have a combination of switching between dimensions and measures. We can also do what if analysis using the parameters. And finally, we can also swap the sheets so that we can avoid the space constraint in the dashboards. So only one sheet or one chart will be used. They will be overlapped one over the other. So the space utilization is minimized, and we can show multiple visualizations in the dashboard. So what are the steps to create and use parameters? So these are the 5 steps. First one is to create the parameter, and second step is to show parameter control. Third one is to create a filter or calculated field, and fourth one is use these parameters by linking to filters or calculated field. And finally, fifth step is to use the filters or calculated field in the chart. Now let's do the hands-on for creating these two visualizations for changing top and values and switching between measures. Now let's go to Tableau public. Now we have this sample substitute data, orders data set. Now what we'll do is we will create a visualization with subcategory and sales. Okay. And we will order it in descending order. Okay. Now the use case here is, the application here is, what if somebody wants to see the top 10 subcategories, and suddenly all of a sudden if somebody wants to see only top 5. So this is a dynamic requirement which can be met using the parameters. So let's now create the parameter. So we can create the parameter by using this drop down menu here. So create parameter. Let's say here top n values, top n sales. So here we have various data types for these parameters like float, integer, string, boolean, date time. Let's use the integer here, and let's use all values, all allowable values. So we can use the list, range also. Now for the timing, let's use all values. Let's allow all values. So let's click OK. Now you see parameter has been created here and its data type is numeric. Now we have done the first step in the parameter creation. Let's do the next step, that is to show the parameter control. So click on this downward arrow and show the parameter. So here parameter is shown, top and sales. Now if you change its value, say 5, top 5, and enter, nothing is changing here because we are ready to link this parameter to either filter or calculated field and use it in the visualization. Now let's create a filter here. So let's drag and drop this subcategories into filters. Now let's go to the top. So here by field, let's select, and here instead of this default 10, what we have to do is we have to link to the parameter, that is top and sales. So just link it here, and whenever you click apply here after linking the parameter, this value would be transferred to the filters, and filter would be applied onto the visualization. Now we have the parameter value as 5. Let's just apply and see the changes in the visualization. Now you see top 5 subcategories have been listed here. Let's click OK. Now you can change this value to whatever you want, say top 3, 3 and press enter. You see here, it's a dynamic change. Say you want to see the top 10, you can put 10 and you can see the changes here in the visualization. So this is how we can make the uh, top end values, or similarly bottom end values also can be made. Sales parameter, and let's make use of parameters to create another application. So let's say we have visualizations, say category versus these measures. Okay, say discount, profit, quantity, and sales. Uh, so when we use these many measures, it looks cluttered, isn't it? And sometimes during the conversation or during meetings, the audience may be interested only in one measure, say sales, and all of a sudden somebody wants to see profit as well, or somebody may ask for quantity as well. So in order to do that dynamically, we can make use of the parameters. So let's create a parameter here. Let's create parameter. Let's rename it as switch measures and make it as integer value, and let's list out here. So when value 1 is selected, let's say it as displayed as sales, 2 for profit, and 3 for say quantity, and 4 for discount. Let's click OK. Now here we have got this parameter created. Now we can show the parameter as a second step. So we have shown the parameter. Here changing this would not have any effect on the visualization because we are yet to create any calculated field or filter. So let's now right click on this parameter and go to create and create a calculated field. So here let's rename it as switch measures calculated field. So we'll have to use the case statement here. So let's use case when this switch measures is used. When it is 1, then it should be sales. When it is 2, then it should be profit. When it is 3, then it should be quantity. Else the last one is discount. And we need to end the case statement here. So click end here, apply, and OK. Now what we have to do is, instead of having these multiple measures here, we can have only single measure here. Or let's just duplicate this one. So here instead of this multiple measures, let's have only one measure, that is switch measures calculated field. So let's drag and drop this into the visualization. Now you see the quantity is there. We can now keep changing this one. You see the sales, We can also see what we are using here. We can also put it in the title. So let's say here category versus. Now go to this insert option here. So here we can choose the parameters, switch measures. So click apply and OK here. Now you see category versus sales. You can change it. So category versus profit, category versus quantity, and category versus discount. So this way we can switch between the measures. So thank you.